I am pleased to announce that I have completed WrestleQuest. That's right, my WrestleQuest is over in real life. But we'll continue in the Let's Play version. Oh, see. Took me about 40 hours, but considering I got stuck in a few places, that could probably be shortened up a bit. Welcome back to WrestleQuest.
Previously on WrestleQuest, we went to San Sebastian, and there was a peril at Cape Rada Mine. I don't think that board game is very safe for children. And now we got Toy Box Jimmy, who almost got his Jimmy jimmied by Vanetta, but then she was kidnapped and taken to the spooky place. Where I was doing my level grinding was not over there, where all the enemies are weak, but over here. I was at the Riddle Marsh doing levels, but I didn't loot anything. Because we're supposed to go to the River Styx toy kit.
Welcome to the River Styx toy kit. Did you say toy kit? Yeah. It's a bad translation. This is sort of a bootleg playset. Anyway, how can I help you boys? We'd like to cross the river. I'm sorry, but you must not be familiar with the River Styx. Only one gold coin. You cannot have more. I mean, only the dead can cross here. Are you dead? Well, inside. I mean, no. Then I cannot let you cross. What about a classy, attractive minivan and a couple of Costco Goonmobiles? Did you let them cross? Yep, but they were cars, so technically they're not alive. Guys, aren't we all toys? Aren't we all, technically? Is there any way you can let a living, breathing mechanic and his sidekick? Hey, across? Look, man, no one crosses here without an empty HP bar, or at least a death certificate.
Nice fourth wall break, Karen. Hold up, Private. Where are we going?
You heard the man. Can't get across without a death certificate, right? Let's go get one. Did my accent change a little bit since the last time we played? I don't even remember. I'm sounding more like New Jersey than Brooklyn.
Welcome to the Riddle Marsh. That fellow wasn't there before, the Five Nights at Freddy's Bonnie guy over there. That's because we progressed story.
Going somewhere? Stand down, Civvy. I'm tracking down a paycheck. Heh, good luck getting through here. Crypt car won't let anyone through unless you could guess his favorite wrestler. That doesn't seem that bad. I happen to know a thing or two about wrestling. Heh, wrestling trivia at least. There are others around here that may have a hint for you. Here. If they tell you anything, you can write it down here.
The detective pad. We're doing detective stuff now, so we need a detective pad to detect things with. Honestly, I haven't really used it. I just kind of remembered things. You know what? Let's fight some monsters for fun. Halloween is several months late right now, but there's always some spooky in Christmas, so we're going to take some of it back. I mean, there's ghosts. Actually, we got every single monster that actually appears here, right here. Monster Ball, Glowbones, and Frankenstein. Because, of course, Frankenstein. Oh, hey, we're still doing max damage. It's okay, these enemies aren't particularly strong to begin with. So I'd probably be knocking them out no matter what. I gotta remember to check for that before I start doing a video. Beans, bullets, and band-aids, I just saw one of those abilities. That's a reference to handguns, hot dogs, and hand grenades, or some kind of permutation of that. One update they're looking forward to is these double and triple techs are going to show you what you need on the team to use them. Beans, bullets, and band-aids. A supply drop when it counts. Restores HP and AP, and removes status effects. I thought that would be some kind of AoE attack, but okay. You literally get beans, bullets, and band-aids. Cryptical's favorite wrestler is one of the few to win summer suplexes 3 times in a row. Does that ring any bells, Jimmy? It could be the Broder, Ominous Omen Pain, or Dash Talent. We're gonna trust Jimmy with his wrestling knowledge here. Also, we shall kick Mini Pumpkin. I was once in a band called Smashing Pumpkins. Have you heard of it? It's a very small band. Very little known about them. Except that we smash a lot of pumpkins. Yeah, we did generate hype. And HP. Didn't I get one of these before? Well, not the smoke yellow. Smoke yellow is new, but... Didn't I get a gorilla? Yeah, I got a gorilla wrench before. Also, still no hat for Nuke. Come on. He's literally wearing a hat right now. We can't see his real face. He'll go this way. There's only 3 treasure chests available. I learned that Cryptical's favorite got his start in horror wrestling shows and never went into another promotion. Anything private? There's only a few to fit that description. Ominous Omen Pain, Baron Von Beat-em-up, and the Howler. Total horror freak. All of them. I'm not going to fight enemies if I don't have to. And I didn't have to fight that enemy. The favorite used black and blue face paint. Or blue and black. Doesn't matter. Well, it's a trick. Baron Von Beat-em-up and Meltdown used to have black and blue face paint, but Ominous Omen Pain also debuted with that, but never used it again. You're like a walking Wikipedia for wrestling trivia, aren't you, Jimmy? But I think I'm getting a clear picture of what's going on here. Oh, charisma and life boost. And sturdiness! That chest was loaded. Cryptical's favorite disappeared from the wrestling scene and hasn't been seen since. That could only be the Howler, Ominous Omen Pain, or Meltdown. I think we know the answer now. I think we're clear on the answer. Newcomers, welcome to my domain. Thanks, it's been great. We're on orders, though. We need to get through. Nah, not until we have a little fun first. Those who wish to pass must answer a question. What's the question? Who is my favorite wrestler? It's the Broder, brother. No. I think it's Ominous Omen Pain, right? Wow, that's correct. You must really know your stuff. I dabbled. Thank you for playing. Does this make us leave the area? Yeah. Okay, there's a treasure chest unaccounted for in here then. I thought I would run across all of them on the way here. But maybe that upper path is another treasure chest. Granted, we got a major good treasure chest out of that one. A whole bunch of permanent stat boosts. Again, I don't really need to use them until the very end of the game. And then, since I've actually seen the end of the game now, even then it's just kind of, do what you want. Oh, it's a mandatory fight, is it? That's fine. We haven't had many today. It's an all Frankenstein squad. So I think Jimmy picked up this one fresh to death. It adds to mint condition. The last ride again? When it comes to ride or die, how about we just ride again? Brings a KO. Oh, okay, you can revive now. So Jimmy doesn't really get damage abilities. He just gets a bunch of buffs. So Sidekick is perfect for this guy. Especially since his attack is never that impressive. Also, Nuke has the airstrike, which is weird because later in the game he loses airstrike for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but you need to have hype above 15 to even use it. It's a pretty decent AoE. Shooting down Frankenstein. Okay, I was hoping that Back from the Package was not a revival thing. Literally, I saw the bolts in your neck. So the experience isn't great here, but look at the slam bucks. We're getting like 2.5k every time we defeat some of these horror toys. Alright, there it is. Confetti, yay! My favorite. Now we can leave. Man, I should have started playing this game around Halloween. It would have been a lot more topical. But, I just remembered it recently. Like, within the last month or so. And I was like, I wonder what happened to that game. The last time I looked at it, it had mixed reviews. That was back in, like, September or so. And then I looked at it and it now says mostly positive for both review scores. I'm like, wow, they must have really improved things. They got places to go, but it must have been vastly better than what it was to have that kind of glow up. Welcome to Seasmore. That's why I started Let's Playing it, because if it glue up, it glue up. If it glue up that badly, terrifically, words, then there must be something here. And I like wrestling. Private, I'm starting to question your orders. What are we doing here? There's an undeathmatch wrestling event here. Undeathmatch wrestling? Isn't that where Grim Jim and Phylactery got their start? Yeah, it is. Wait, how did you know that? You don't have to have the monopoly on wrestling trivia, Private. Grim Jim did a slam for the troops back in the event back in the day. I've been hooked ever since. Even Nuke is into it. Wow, you got all kinds of surprises behind that helmet, don't you? Anyway, there's a UDW wrestler here that comes by the name of the Coroner. Private, we don't have time for fanboying. Polish it, Nuke. As part of the Coroner's gimmick, she slaps a death certificate on a defeated opponent. You getting the picture now? So, what? You're just going to ask her to wrestle? Even though losing to her shouldn't be a problem. Now, Bullet Brain, we're gonna steal her clipboard and certificates. Come on. We're gonna do some crime. You think I'm gonna take the easy way out? I traveled all the way down here to see Celine and Logan wrestle, but the local tree folk are really freaking me out. That guy's like got two faces over there. And how about the bobbing pumpkins? Does that freak you out too? Seasmore doesn't have much going on in it. But there's wrestling. Welcome to Seasmore! Okay, thanks. I feel welcome. When I was coming off the ferry, I saw a pretty van and a couple of goons headed north. They seemed dangerous. That must have been Vanetta. She still owes me a Jimmy Jostle. I saw some indigestion because I just ate one of those chip steaks. Oh, I saw some strange chick walking around. Had a cowboy hat on, very mysterious. I'm actually getting a little bit of hiccups.
The coroner is supposed to square off with Celine Logan tonight, but I hear she's refusing to fight. Sounds like diva behavior, if you ask me.
His name was Phony Coney. Get it? It's an old English term for rabbit. Pretty clever. Okay, I think there's one treasure chest around here, and that's it. And there it is. The underdog mask. Weird West boots. That's another one chock full of things. You know what? You could wear this mask. When you're under 50% HP, damage increased by 15. Perfect. And Jimmy could wear the boots. After countering, your damage reduction is increased by 50%. Okay, Jimmy doesn't wear the boots. He can't counter at all. I'm not even going down here. There's no treasure chest to collect.
There's wrestlers around here with some real promise, don't you think? What? No, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to her. To head. Do you mind? I'm getting some head over here. Locked. That never been a problem for me.
It is electrified, though.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Yeah, Private. Explain yourself. Turncoat.
I was, just coming to get an autograph. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, I'm sorry, pal. I'm just a little on edge since someone stole my clipboard earlier.
Someone already stole it? I mean, somebody stole your clipboard?
Wow, only a black-hearted son of a brick would do something like that.
It's a total drag. I'm supposed to wrestle Celine Logan tonight. I don't think I could do the show tonight without my certificates. Don't worry, Miss Coroner. We'll find your clipboard.
Yeah, we are super fans after all. So, Jimmy, someone had the same idea as you.
A metamorph toy could do something with this after she does something with me, of course.
Jimmy, stop being horny on main. Seriously.
When UDW does a hardcore rules match, any and all weapons are allowed, except for wooden stakes, holy water, and silver.
There is some hardcore wrestling out there where they do allow weapons into the ring. That Muda scale goes up real quick.
Scan the area, Private.
Most of the residents here are incorporeal. There's only a handful that could have the appendages to even pick up the clipboard, let alone the brain power to plan the job. One of them must be the culprit.
Now, maybe they know something.
Thanks for giving the player that tip. But it could be the bunny guy. Or the skeleton. They're corporeal and they have limbs. Or maybe I'll just follow this giant glowing exclamation point to the target. Because this game was initially designed to not have a giant glowing exclamation point going right to the target. That was added later to increase the rating.
Ghost, skeletons, horror. This town is perfect for a luchador like me.
You got some luchadors all the way out here. I mean luchadors. Okay, that one was intentional. That was intentional. One thing I made a mistake on. Exoticos aren't just luchadors. Exoticos are drag queens that are usually luchadors. So like Gold Dust for some of the older wrestlers. Gold Dust was an Exotico. There's a few others. I just don't remember them right now.
Yo, hold up there. Excuse me? Do you know anything about a missing clipboard?
Clipboard? You know, the kind that belongs to someone else.
Are you accusing me of stealing? No!
It's just that some of the locals, well, they said you were a bit suspicious. By some, I mean like one guy. They didn't recognize you. Didn't recognize me? Come on. I'm one of the headliners, for crying out loud. Being on the indie circuit sure feels thankless sometimes. Headliner? Wait, you're Celine Logan? That's right. Though, since you didn't recognize me either, I take it you're not here for an autograph. It's a bit more complicated than that. Oh, that's all we get of that.
Back to the Machacho Man. I just get spice bombs from the lizard people. I'm ready to spice bomb someplace in the Workmark Junction. Wait a second, this isn't Malibu Heights. It's certainly high, but I don't see any Malibu.
Futuristic toy set, so that's what that guy meant by a cosmic detour. We can't take any teleporters out of this place.
Sounds like we're in a detour situation, alright. Isn't Malibu Heights supposed to be a beachfront playset? Where are we?
Sounds like we're in Workmark Junction. A spaceport's playset. Hey, Muchacho Man, are you always saying that you're from another dimension? You should feel right at home here.
Dr. Jones, your newly developed sense of humor is both timely and slightly annoying. Human mating dances are disgusting.
Thanks for your input, Radcod, thanks. Come on, I know how to get out of here. I wrestled here once.
This town is a wrestling ring?
Sort of, but it's been defunct for a while. Let's focus on getting to Malibu Heights. There's another teleport pad to the east. The power switch part is here in town, to the northeast. Let's go. Goodbye to the jungle. They had fun and games. I don't like the sound of that. Also, they have a wrestler statue here.
Accompanied by his blue and yellow macaw Frankie, Coco Beware came to his matches flapping and dancing. Decked out in colorful outfits and an energetic persona, Coco entraced audiences with his vigor and charisma. Coco was a threat whether wrestling on his own or with various tag teams, doling out various drop kicks or his signature moves to end matches.
Coco Beware. I'm not familiar with Coco Beware, but I think I've heard about him a couple times. I guess I could just leave it anywhere. Huh? Oh, sorry. I'm just talking to myself about what to do with my outfit here.
It's quite fantastico. Why would you leave it here?
Because I don't need it. Not anymore. I won't be using it. Not since she left.
I understand. A case of heartbreak. Wrestling girlfriend leave you in the dust, amigo.
I just miss her beak. Her feathers. The way she squawked.
Okay.
My avian trading partner is missing. She's gone, man. Forever. I think she flew away on purpose. Can't even find her on my scouter. It says there's over 9,000 birds here. This sounds like this would be negative karma.
No, caballero. This is no reason to give up. It's a reason to get started. If we work together, we can track down your missing bird. Guaranteed.
Really? You think so? Man, you're right. She deserves this one last try out of me.
Okay, first things first. What is your bird's name?
Crossface Winglock. Wow, that's a $2 name.
Okay. Where'd you last see Crossface Winglock?
At the market here in Workmark Junction. I woke up, got dressed to train, Winglock was gone.
Let's go investigate the scene of the crime then. But first we're gonna take a little detour to a bridge. Some kind of teleporter. I'm just gonna go to Malibu Beach real quick and Not solve your bro problem.
We are going the right direction, right? Because we're ending up all kinds of places. DPW. Must be some wrestling influencers. Like Tony Pizza Guy, also known as Vinny Vine Sauce. I mean, not really.
The electricity situation in this town sucks. Yeah, there's much better ways to get a deadlock. Electricity or no, I'll crush anyone in the ring.
Yeah, they're definitely wrestling influencers. More than I expected, really. You would think there wasn't much call for wrestling influencers anymore, but I guess they do a lot of React stuff.
I wish they put the power back on in the Surge Dome. It'd be great to see some action.
I think we just took the long way to a dead end. Maybe I should have been following our quest marker. But hey, then we wouldn't have seen wrestling influencers. I guess that kind of counts as a shout-out, even though I don't really know the guys. Really, the only person I know here besides Vinny Vinesauce and Joel would probably be Gerard, who is having some controversial issues at the moment involving donations. Yeah. I'm not qualified to mention anything further about that. All I just know is there's something going on there. So I didn't expect this to be an elevator. They said to the east, though, and then the northeast. That was pointing north. I got confused.
This is Warpmark Junction, quite possibly the worst toy set I have ever invaded. Oh, whoop. I ignore that last part. I already forgot about our conversation, amigo. Sure, they can't power the spaceport, but they can find the juice to keep these fences electrified. Drives me Jurassic.
Well, if you were a T-Rex, you wouldn't be affected by them anyway. You could just plow through that baby. Also, another Metamorpher thing is here. So note it, we found like at least 3 so far. I think there's 4. Yeah, there's 4 because there's one in San Sebastian as well. I didn't even get all of them on my other Veneta. I was going to save that for the Let's Play, so for a little bit of discovery. I'm not going to the side quest just yet, because I know the side quest has some powerful enemies. We might want to farm a little bit, get some level ups. Because I got lucky the last time I fought that. I definitely got lucky. They could wipe out one of my characters in an instant. Or at least put them down. I'm working on my next single. What rhymes with galactic? Ice E.T. I'm trying to think of a Slim Shady alien reference, but I can't think of one at the moment. This is one high-tech toy. You got that right, sister. But it's simple to operate. You just press it, like so, and... Sure, it sounds quite simple, so easily a wrestler could do it. Maybe you took one too many pile drivers to the mat. Hey! I'm no different than I was before, man! It's this machine. Something's wrong. More goat! Except this is the regular goat. Oh, the device works just fine, my shirtless friend. Just has no power, of course. Ew, where's the light switch? Let's give it a flick. There'll be no flicking on my watch. Besides, it won't do any good. There's only so much power to go around in Warpmark Junction, and this sector isn't on the schedule right now. Don't worry though, we should have power here next week. But the Mo-Bro will be over by then. I can't miss it, bro. If you need supplies, visit the distribution center here in town. Alright, back to work and no flicking while I'm gone. We'll put that can eater in charge. Nobody did. That's Slamrock, Mayor Mark's Major Domo. Enough with the alliteration, robot. You're one to talk. What's the mayor's issue with the power around here? He controls the town, so he controls the power.
Sounds like he's the key to getting out of here. Let's find out more about this Mayor Mark. Real plain name, if you ask me. Kinda dull.
So I might as well show you the rest of Mark Junction. This is a huge place. I didn't even find all the treasure chests in it the first time I was here. Or ever. Because there's so many screens and nooks and crannies just everywhere. Lots of dead ends, too. I'm just checking for chests. That's an item that they should add to the game, or some kind of feature, maybe accessibility-wise. A treasure tracker. It points out on the minimap where the nearest treasure chest is. But then again, that achievement would be kind of worthless, wouldn't it? Mayor Mark, I hear he crash-landed here, abandoned his spacecraft up on the upper docks.
Thanks, Micro.
Used to make way more than tips in the coil drive, and the Surge Dome was still hosting fights. I wonder what happened to the wrestling scene around here. Doesn't sound like it's active. Because this is the Surge Dome up here. This is where the fights used to be, if we had one. Seems like it's getting power, though. I see electricity arcing everywhere. You'll hit the lower docks if you continue this way.
I'm going this way and I don't find any ducks, amigo.
I bet he means this way. I think the lower docks is actually another place where we could do some farming.
Times are tough around here. But wrestling has always helped us pull through.
El Cucuy. Now you're a particular looking toy. Yell box.
It's always quiet here! It's the perfect getaway from my day job!
His name is Yellbox. I had to yell that. At ease, soldier.
Slow night. Of course, every night is slow without the fights from the Surge Dome.
Oh, I thought we could do some shopping here. Maybe the lower docks is on the upper floor. Heh. Raptor barkeep. That's silly.
We got juice from all over the galaxy here. Now, if only we had some customers.
There's shop up here? Not really? No? Okay, this is not the place I was thinking of, I think.
Manses! How'd I get stuck on the only spaceport that doesn't have pineapples? Players gotta have some pineapples! I need my pineapple fix!
A lot of people on these landing pads is kind of dangerous. The Warp Rider is a great ship and she's all mine. Subscriber bot. Maybe I need one of those. Everybody else gets to have one. You could always hijack a spacecraft. Final Fantasy does it. Why can't WrestleQuest?
Don't tell anyone, but I'm totally planning a mutiny on the Warp Rider. I'm telling that robot, amigo. In fact, no, I'm not, because I'm just looking for treasure chests. And, whatever the hell this thing is, why is it glowing?
Maybe Vanetta could do something with that if we bring her back here. It's not arcing electricity, so it's not a transformation. Oh, that's what it's for. It's really curious that they have all this stuff here and you can't really do much with it.
Looks like an evacuation device. Should we use it?
I'm feeling a little curious. I'm feeling a little curious. What does this do? I didn't use it the last time. I can always reload to save. Where does it take us? Oh. Oh! Treasure chest! Okay! It's a Junior Heavyweight Championship belt. Enables the Orbital Crusher gimmick. That sounds amazing. I'm going to give that to the Brooder. And I'm going to give Barbie the Boxwood belt because she is the hype generator. She could use the charisma. Well, it's a good thing I decided to experiment with that because we found a treasure I didn't even know existed. So that's a bonus for me. I'm learning things. And these terminals control these bridges.
I know there's some story, but I'm just gonna do some exploring. Maybe we can find some more awesome stuff. It's all ja, no ya, when you fly with me. Of course, that's probably why I crash so often.
Don't let the Tamada... Are you okay? Did you power down? Don't let your Tamagotchi fly your spaceship. They're not built for that. They barely have an LCD screen. Actually, there's some new Digimons out. They're the Digimon Colors. They have color screens finally, but they also don't use the big disc batteries anymore. You actually have to plug it into a wall like a cell phone. I think it takes a USB-A. No, wait, USB-A is the big thing. Never mind. Micro USB. Yeah. In case people are in the market for a Digimon for Christmas. It's gonna be kinda hard to get a hold of an English color one right now, though. Well, we found the mayor's palace. This is a big place. We'll be getting around here. There's some treasure around here. We can loot the mayor's palace.
Have your audience permit ready when you approach the mayor. What? No permit? Get out of here, you dissidents.
Well, how the heck are we going to get a hold of a permit? I thought we were going in the right direction, but I was wrong. Also, bride with a shotgun. See any clowns around? No? You're welcome. Joanna Dark, is that you? When did you get married? I guess the wise thing is to follow the quest marker, huh? That'll be the smartest thing to do. Even though I was just here, so what did I miss? Oh, this. Check it out. Paw wrestlers, dude. There's some great ones up here.
Like the luchador, the high-flying fish, luchador sensation. Man, I wish I could meet him in fish. Fish person. Who's this guy with the blue and gold? Oh, no way. That's Meltdown, man. Real babyface. Back in the golden era, Pa. Meltdown. He's something of an urban legend, dude. He was on the top of his game, super popular with the fans. Then one day he just disappears. Attention, citizens. Those seen selling AA's, wind-up cranks, or magnets will be arrested for black market power supply. That is all. Have a great day. Man, it's a real 1984 in here. Brooder, do Mayor Mark and the Meltdown look similar to you? Can't tell. Meltdown wears a mask, dude. Come on, you have to learn to look for the man behind the mask. How do we do that? Get him at home. Come on, let's go make a mayoral visit.
Now we could go to the mayor's place.
We got our permit. Actually, I have 2 permits, 1 in each hand. You want to take a closer look? I'll get you nice and personal with them.
And then he knocks them both out. That's what I'm thinking will happen. We could go and roam around town, but we could do that later. Also, all of these treasure chests we're finding count for the entire map. There's a lot of treasure chests here, as I've mentioned before.
I had too many one of those joint juices at the coil drive. Feeling pretty bendy today. You have an audience permit? You got something bigger than that, pal, and I'm not talking about my 37-inch Mambas.
There's those snakes are getting rather big, Brooder.
We have a message from Mayor Mark from Meltdown. Yikes! Sounds important. It is bureaucratically important. The mayor's just ahead.
Oh, that was easy.
I'm sure they won't mind if we just loot. No access here, citizen. Okay, maybe we could go looting over here then. This area's off limits and non-regime toys, playthings, and baubles. Carry on. Okay, we won't do any looting then. Who are these people? I don't have any appointments today. I recognize these miscreants. These are those flickers I met over at the bridge. I told you flickers the bridge would be activated next week. Not here to trade insults with a can eater. Hey, that's kinda goatist. Or even the secret audience with the mayor. Then what are you doing here? We're here to talk to Meltdown. I have no idea what you're talking about. How could you deny it, sir? The bright lights of the arena. The wind in your hair as you leap from a turnbuckle. The cheers of the crowd crashing on you like a wave. These are the things that a wrestler can never put behind him. How dare you come in here and speak to me on such things? Guards! This didn't work out the way I intended. Escort these dissenters out of here.
That didn't work. What exactly was your plan anyway? Annoy the mayor into opening the bridge?
Dr. Jones, you just witnessed what I call Phase 1. Are you ready for Phase 2, amigos?
Does it involve making more political enemies?
No, but it does involve making a historic friend. Come on, let's take a visit to the upper decks. And not the upper decks. Oh wait, no, that was the lower decks, the Star Wars cartoon. Heard it got okay, but Star Trek isn't peddling an okay. It's kind of a downgrade.
Muchacho man, I didn't peg you as being a Star Trek fan.
I dabble from time to time. In between matches, it gets a little boring.
Enough of that bit. I guess we could leave the town now. What time do we got? About 45 minutes. We'll get a better scope of the town. Also, I see another Muchacho Man thing going on over here. We might as well pick that up. Any treasure chests in here? Actually, I know where this leads. We'll do that in a second. It's a good thing they have Muchacho Men on the map to show you where your quests are. My son is going to be so mad if I don't get to his Thunderball game, but I wrecked my hovercraft. It was full of eels.
Don't worry, X51, I could fix that for you.
This elevator right here. It awakened my memory. Also, treasure chest. Jump boots. Jump boots is just armor. It's just armor. So Barbie could use it. She's not reliant on power that much anyway, because she does all elemental gimmicks, which means talent is better for her than power.
There you go, buddy. I fixed her hovercraft by pushing it off a cliff.
Now beam me down and call me a red shirt. You've done it.
Hey, we were just talking about Star Trek.
I got to make spank tracks because I get to my kids' game on time, but here, take this. Thanks again.
Wait a second, we can't use this. We're too good for this item. Literally, we're too good for this item.
We got the villain's cape. Somewhere. I think it might be an accessory. I gotta sort out my, yep, we can't use this. It increases talent and charisma by 5, but you have to have bad karma. And we're a babyface. So there's another upside to being a heel, besides storyline changes that I'm not quite aware of. I hear maybe some wrestlers won't join your stable if you're a heel. Like, I don't think Barbie would be too pleased if we back up Principal Robbie instead of Slither Slimy. Is that guy?
I'm raising funds to purchase substance while I'm stranded here. Would you be interested in any exotic and questionably legal life forms? I got all colors.
He's not selling anything. He's just pretending to sell something because he might think we're a narc. That has to be an acronym for something, and I never knew what. I remembered a video game narc, N-A-R-C. But that was more that you're playing the cops and you're shooting the bad guys with your gun, because that's what cops do, right? So, it's not just this area, and the upper space docks, which I think is the area where we could do some fighting, but we could also head off in this direction. All the way up here. There's all this. Like the Lynx Dome. And the Ghost Dome. Which Ghost Dome, I believe, has enemies in it. Yeah, this is the place that has enemies. I ain't gonna loot the treasure chests until we're here by story, but we could fight the enemies around here for some level ups and some money. Still haven't found the shop in this area yet. We got the Bay Crooks Bridge that takes us over to some statues over there. Bay Crew Bridge? I think it might be Bay Crew. Another teleporter we can't really use at the moment. We got the Luna Vachon statue here. And the Excidium, which I think might be the shop.
Ow! Careful, brain jar! That's a good way to get a concussion. Which will be pretty intense for you, I think.
Forgive me, I'm running late. Also, now my odds of making it in time are 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds, muchacho. Hey, you dropped something. Oh, look at this. There's gotta be about 5,000 slam bucks in here.
Let's not steal from the brain jar.
I'm not sure what a brain jar would even buy, but I should bring this back to him.
We're getting the karma.
I love training in hypergravity. Best way to thrash the biceps.
Okay, we're not going to spend that guy's money, but this is where the shop is. Look at all this stuff. Laser sight? Cancels your target's dodge score, but we don't really have a big problem with dodge scores. The Volt Jumper. We'll take that. The Alsep. They're selling Blaze Gems here too. And I forget how many script changes we have, so I'm just going to buy one of those. So at least I could close out this video by taking a look at these items I just picked up. I need Extendo Blades, Missile Pods, and Fancy Bulbs. I know Fancy Bulbs come from the Hype Robot. Apparently we can build Ahuizato Govs too, even though we have no way of getting bull rings and paws here. Where did we get this from? Oh, okay. I think I remember where we got this from. The Volt Jumper. I need plastic scraps. I got plenty of everything else, but I need plastic scraps. Armor rating of 30, AP plus 25. I guess when I go fighting enemies in the Ghost Dome, I'll note which ones are dropping the plastic scrap. There has to be at least one. Why would they give me a recipe for a place that I can't even get the items from, right? Also, we have that. Oh, yeah. We have that that alien with this sack. He might be in that area somewhere. I think it has something to do with the Luna Vachon statue, actually. That might be the Luna Vachon side quest that we just accidentally upon. But next time on WrestleQuest, I'm going to be coming here to the upper space docks to continue the story and bring the power to the people, as it were. But in the meantime, I'm going to harvest some more money and experience, make sure I'm overpowered. And then we could do the Coco Beware thing, too. Good night, everybody.